Welcome, ladies and gents. This is Deathstroke69. So I just wanted to make a video, short, quick, brief video, explaining how DPS and crit really all work. So as you guys probably know, there's a lot of conversation about how having insanely godlike DPS is the best thing in the world in the Dark Zone. Well, I hate to break it to you, but it's not. Just because you have super high DPS does not mean you're going to kill everything. It does not matter unless your weapon is accurate and you have a pretty decently high critical hit chance. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out my character for a moment here and I'll show you guys exactly what I mean by that. Alright, so if I put on my AUG here, I have the high-end AUG, the Tactical AUG A3P, 204 gear score. I don't really focus on all that gear score. I mean, my gear score, guys, is 179, but my guy is rocking a 210,000 DPS with a 91,000 health, so that's pretty decent. Alright, so biggest thing you have to look at is you want to look at your accuracy on your weapon. Alright, so for an example, the ACRE here, the accuracy is higher than the AUG, but it's nowhere near close as accurate. If you shoot the ACRE, your weapon will recoil up in the air. I'm going to show what I mean real quick right here. I got the ACRE selected. If I aim and shoot, you see how that kicks up? You don't want that, because you want something like this here. This is why I choose the AUG over the Vector. The Vector is good, yes, so is the AUG. The AUG, in my opinion, is better. You guys can say what you want. This is my opinion. Reason why I say that is because the AUG 9-to-1 will outshoot a Vector any day of the week, medium or long range. The Vector is close up close. So is the AUG. But it really all depends on what kind of attachments you have put on your weapon. So, you want to look at your RPM here, which means rounds per minute, in case nobody knew that. Most do, but you never know. So, mine does 925 RPM. When you start getting over 1,000 rounds per minute, that's when you start occurring weapons not being able to hold on a target, and it's when you get people who have Tato aim, or whatever you want to call it. They can't aim anything. They're like, oh, my DPS was like 340,000, but my health is like 30,000. It's like, dude, that's retarded. I'm going to smoke you in a fight because less than half of your shots are actually going to hit me. And then you talk to the dude and he has like 11% critical hit chance. It's like, alright, dude, I would smoke you. So, if I select my AUG and I fire the trigger, look at that. No movement. Look. That AUG barely moves when I pull that trigger. I mean, it's like, it's automatic. I mean, this AUG is for real. If I aim at this dude's head, it's pretty dead on to his head the entire time. So you want a weapon that is your enemy agent or AI. So now, let's go over the critical hit chance and tie this all together for you guys. So, we're going to go down to weapons and we're going to look at critical hit chance. So, my AUG is pretty accurate, so I mean, I know I land a majority of my shots on my target. So, if I'm doing 45.5 critical hit chance every round, that's pretty deadly versus somebody who has 300,000 DPS and can't hold on a target with 11% critical hit chance. Because I have 45.5 critical hit and all my rounds are hitting him, I'm more likely to take him out quicker than he is me. The reason why I say that is because, like I was telling you guys when I first started the video, having high DPS is not everything. What the high DPS is really saying is, it's counting for the damage that you can do with your weapon for how many times your bullet can strike an AI or agent out of your magazine. So if you're making 20% of your shots out of your weapon because the RPM is insanely godly high, which is retarded, but if you have an insanely godly high, then pretty much you're not going to be very deadly in the Dark Zone. I'm just going to mow you over night and day, over and over and over again. As you will see if you watch my videos on my account and on my YouTube, which is the exact same as my stream, you will see me mow down agents who have really high DPS, but they can't aim at all, and I just shred them. That's because my weapon is accurate, my critical hit chance is pretty decently somewhat high, and my DPS is high, so it makes my guy pretty deadly. Alright, next thing you want to look at is your critical hit damage and headshot damage. I mean, it means so and so. It doesn't factor in as much as critical hit damage, because really what headshot damage and critical hit damage mean is that's the extra damage you apply with a critical hit. So that does factor in a critical hit chance. So like if you are missing your target 50 to 70% of the time, then you're not going to get any additional critical hit damage with that. Critical hit damage comes with critical hit chance. So if your critical hit chance is low, you're not going to get much critical hit damage. Same with headshot damage. Headshot damage is a different story. As long as you hit an enemy in the head, you're going to do good. But once again, that falls back to accuracy of your weapon. As I was saying before, if your weapon is not very accurate, then obviously you're not going to get very many headshots. Unless you do a dumb burst fire, which you're going to get mowed down in the DZ anyways. So basically where I'm getting at, guys, is having high DPS is good, yes. But then again, it's not if your weapon is not accurate and true to shooting. And if your critical hit chance is not decent or halfway to 100, then you're going to be in a lot of trouble going up against somebody who has like higher critical chance that I do. I have a buddy who does 75% critical hit chance, and he has an AUG, and he just shreds people strictly because these AUGs on this game are insanely accurate. Alright? Get rid of your Vector, freaking deconstruct that thing and get rid of it. It sucks compared to the AUG, I promise you. The AUG will smash that Vector down 9-1 every single time. If you go far away from that Vector, that AUG will destroy that person with the Vector. That Vector cannot reach out far and touch somebody and take them out. The AUG can. And believe it or not, the AUG is actually just as equal to the Vector at close range, depending on your attachments you have on your weapon. Alright? So keep that in mind, guys, as you play. Remember that having that high DPS is not everything. Focus really on your attachments, on your weapons to increase your accuracy. Like if I go to my AUG real quick, and if I go to my thing right here, so my scope on my AUG gives me 22% headshot damage. This is very crucial on your compensator. My compensator gives my AUG 31% horizontal stability. What that means is that's going to make your weapon so it doesn't shoot up and down. That's what you want to have on your weapon to maintain a steady shot at your AI or agent. If your horizontal stability is very poor and when you shoot your weapon sways up and down, your critical hit chance just isn't really gonna matter. Alright? Your grips matter too. That affects your accuracy, of course. I have yet to find a really good high-end accuracy better than my superior, which is odd. I've recrafted it like multiple times. Your magazine matters on your DPS. That your rate of fire will bring up your rounds per minute. But just keep in mind, once you start going over 1,000 rounds per minute, your weapon's accuracy is going to greatly decrease, which isn't really going to benefactor you. So yeah, guys, this is hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions, you guys can reach me at www.twitch.tv/deathstroke69, or you can follow me on my YouTube account, which is the exact same as what I just told you guys. I have a few videos on there as well, and I also played an awesome video with Stone Mountain 64. It is called Incursion Payback. If you guys want to see what I mean by how the crit chance actually works, watch that video. And that's all I have for you guys. So yeah, go ahead and like it up, follow it up, and go ahead and write to me, guys. Tell me what you guys want to see in the next videos. If you want me to go into about rogue killing, or the best tactics for rogue killing, the best way to complete excursion. I mean, anything, you guys name it. And I'll do my best to give you guys what you guys want. Anyways, guys, you guys have a great one. You guys have a great one. All right, bye.